Good morning, my beautiful mothers, all mothers, single mothers especially. You are a special mother, and all mothers in the world are special. We know that we live in a world that the Bible describes as difficult days. The days are gonna be harder. Kids are gonna kill their mom. The enemies, it comes to our families to kill, steal, and destroy. There's gonna be a division between children and parents, and we are living those days. And sometimes as parents, it's so hard to keep on going because only God knows what it takes to raise children in those days, especially teenagers. But thank God that He has equipped us with the kind of love, the unconditional love that our children are only the ones that get. Because the things that we have to go through to raise children, it takes more than the love that we learn from the world. This unconditional love. It's that love that you, no matter what happens, you're always gonna turn back and hold your kids' hands. Sometimes those kids are confused. Sometimes we were confused. Sometimes our parents were confused when it comes to their parents, right? But the thing is, those days are different because there's a lot of human trafficking. There's a lot of more dangers to our children. So our fears are even bigger, right? Because right now we have to be so protective of our children because this society is really being used by the enemy to come into our homes to kill, steal, and destroy the peace, destroy the joy, the happiness, the love, and the family function, right? Kids are rebelling. Of course, we rebelled against our parents, but this rebellion today is a different thing. But we still love them anyway, and we don't not want to give up on them. We want to continue to pray. And so my prayers to you today, my message to you today, especially to those moms that are doing themselves, don't give up. You are a special type of person. I do not know what you will do without God. I don't know where your strength comes from. I know your strength comes from the Lord. What about those people? They do not believe in God. Do you know He's still there because He knows? And one thing we need to understand, those children, they were a blessing, right? God gave us those children, but they belong to Him no matter what. That we are just their physical parents. He is their spiritual parents. So we need to pray to Him that no matter how far gone our kids go and astray and make bad choices, we just pray that God, in the name of Jesus, continues to hold on to them so that even if they fall, they will only break bones, but they will not lose their lives. And I mean the spiritual life, right? Because right now we know our children are so distracted, right? They're so distracted by the things that the enemy is using in this system right now, in this world that is polluted with so much bad, right? He's using big people. He's using big industries to make our children believe that whatever the Bible say, whatever God say, whatever we say, is not in their good intentions. So He's creating dysfunction. He's creating confusion within the family, within home. But we cannot blame our parents for everything, right? Because we have choices. We have choices. Like for me, for example, I cannot say, oh, it was my parents' fault. They didn't raise me right. That's why I had a child when I was not married. No, I still knew that maybe you should get married first, and it's, but a child is a blessing no matter what. There's many people that had children while they were married and they are divorced now, and they go through even worse. So it don't matter how you got to where you got. What it matters is what can happen where you are at right now. So I pray that God continues to bless you and your home and your children, and I pray that you continue to pray because we fight our battles on our knees. Sometimes we just want to hold on to, grab our children and shake them, right? We want to wake them up. We want to slap them. We want to shake them to tell them, hey, the way you are going is the wrong way. This is not the way to walk. The path that you are going, but sadly, the way the world is, because it's in the Bible, and the way the enemy in the society is doing, the more you shake them, the more you talk to them, the more astray they go. So sometimes you just need to say, God, I am here. I am weak. I am your child. They are your children. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know how to do it. So God, I pray that you help me. Here is this load. Please, Father, help me to raise my children. Help me. No, don't allow the enemy to take them. If they are doing things right now physically that is harming them, Father, I pray that you still save them from whatever other harm can happen. So many children go missing every day, every minute, every second, because they didn't hear their parents when they say, hey, you should not go online. You should not go out at night. You should not be there at this time. And they go and then never come back. There's so many parents right now with empty arms, praying and crying, and some are hoping that their children will come and appear one day, and some have to cry because they know that they will never see their children again in this physical form until the Lord returns. So there's so much that parents need. We need support. We need each other. We need to share. How are you doing? How are you doing? Especially when you're raising kids that are from different cultures, different backgrounds, different traumas. Because sometimes people are gonna judge, oh, look at that dysfunctional family. Why they always end up like that? Look at that family. Look at their children. But people don't know what goes on. People don't know how they got there. People don't know. I don't know what is to be raised in two different households. I never had to go back and forth. Sometimes our kids have to go through that, and they behave certain way that we don't understand, and we're gonna be frustrated. But they are hurt. So when our children are hurt, a lot of times they will take out their pain on the person that is there the most, right? That is the person that will go and release their pain, because they know that is the only person that will never give up on them. But that doesn't mean it's okay. And that doesn't mean that you are not affecting the one that is there with you and for you when you are sick, when you need to go to school, when you need a word of inspiration, when you need a place to sleep, when you need food, when you need new shoes, right? Because sometimes we say, oh, I can get my own clothes, I can get my own shoes. It's true. It's like me right now. I got whatever I get, I can get it. But at the same time, I cannot forget that for me to get where I am today, my parents had to buy me clothes. They had to buy me Pampers. My mom had to breastfeed me. My dad had to work hard to provide and put food on our table, a roof over our table. So it's not where we are right now. It's how we got where we are. Who are the people that took us from where we were and brought us to where we are today? Some children say, I didn't ask to be born. I did not ask to be born. It was your choice. Yeah, I chose your life over my life, because when I was there giving birth, you never know what can happen. So yes, it was my choice, but I chose your life over mine. I carried you for 9 months. When I was sick, when I couldn't eat, when I couldn't do all those things, I chose you. Oh yeah, you didn't choose to be born. It was my choice to give you life. So appreciate that. Some things that we sometimes don't appreciate. Even me, I'm gonna be 40 years old, and sometimes I cry and I say, God, please forgive me for the days that I didn't listen to my parents. Forgive me for the days that I spoke bad to my parents. Forgive me for those days that my parents had to stay up all night waiting for me to come home while I was in the club shaking my butt, and just having fun and drinking. So all this pain that I have caused my parents, at 40 years old almost, I still cry.
In 2 miles,
and I
take
ask
exit
God for
36 for Pima Road,
because
toward Princess
I know
Drive.
that no matter what, I wasn't always a perfect child. I know that I have caused my parents frustrations, trauma, pain, tears. The tears of a parent are valuable. We have to value the tears. If you made your mom cry, those tears, they're gonna continue until the end of your lives. Because when the older we grow, right, the older we get, we realize, oh my God, I remember that day my mom told me, go pick up that trash bag and put it outside. And you say, no, I'm tired. And she said, oh my God, I told you to go pick up the trash, and you say no. Do you believe when you grow up and you start having children, one day you tell your child, go take that trash out, they say no, And you say, I'm telling you what to do. You don't tell me what to do. I tell you to go take the trash out. You take the trash out. And then you got to remember what happened 30 years ago when your mom said take the trash out, then you say no. And you're going to say, oh my God, how foolish was I to say no to my parent? Or when your child raise the voice at you, right? And you're like, how can you raise your voice at me? I'm your parent.
In half a mile, take exit 36 for Pima Road toward Princess Drive.
There was a day I was frustrated and I raised my voice at my mom and my dad. So it's like a cycle, right? We learn as we go. So the only thing that I pray to you and for me, for you, for your family, we just pray that our families don't fall too far, that they cannot be brought back to life, right? We pray that before their hearts stop beating, they can grow and repent and turn around from the bad ways and come. Some people do that in different ways, and some people get there in different times. The point is, and the most important thing is that they will get there eventually. Some kids like, oh, I don't wanna spend time with my mom. I don't wanna spend time with my auntie. I don't wanna spend time with my cousin. They wanna spend time with their friends. But I'm telling you, if you are with the best friends and somebody runs you over, or if you get in a car accident and you cannot move and you cannot use the bathroom, it's gonna be your mom is gonna be cleaning your poopy butt again, even though they did it already while you were while you were little. It's your mom that is gonna feed you when you cannot eat on your own. Those friends that you are out there, the respecting your parents for, that you are making your priority, they're gonna move on to the new friends, and you're gonna be a memory. Maybe in 100 friends, you might find 1 or 2 these days that will stick with you in the moments of trouble. Many will go away because they have their own lives. And many of those friends that you are too busy impressing and you just want to hang out with them, when they graduate from school and they are lawyers and they have a good job, they're not gonna pay your bills when you don't graduate and you have to be cleaning up homes and stuff like that. And there is nothing wrong with cleaning homes, but society treats you differently. They do. And there's nothing wrong. I cleaned offices before, and it's not because I had to clean. I did it so that I wouldn't have to work certain hours, so I could spend more hours with my daughter. So no job is even clean. Some people say, oh, you don't want to be the trash man. Thank God for those trash men, because they clean ours and they take our trash. So I'm not here just trying to put people down. All I'm saying, look, we have choices. And right now that you have a mom and a dad they are praying for you, even if they get on your nerve, they're still praying for you. Appreciate it, because the day that they won't be there and their eyes are gonna be closed, you're gonna cry for the same parents that you hate today. You're gonna cry for them every single day. Some people have too much pride. When they grow up, it's like, you messed up, right? Go get a car, go get a driving license, go get a house, go get a job, go get a diploma. So many things that a lot of kids, that they didn't listen to their parents. They grow up, instead of turning around and say I was wrong, they say, no, I'm that way because my mom was bad, my dad was bad, my family was bad. It might be true, but at the same time, you had a choice. You had that choice that you didn't make that choice because you were too occupied having fun. You were occupied proving to them that you're an adult. This is the mistake that we make a lot of times. We are so worried about proving to our family that, oh, I'm going to show you I'm grown and I can make our decisions. And we go in a deeper hole. And by the time we realize it, we're like, wow, my life passed by and I didn't do nothing with it. Some people become alcoholics. Some people become prostitutes. Some people become sex slaves. Some people become they stay in abusive relationships because they don't have other choice. Some people, they will rob banks. Some people will be in drugs. It can lead us to so many places in our lives that are dark. So the best thing is, when we grow up, we need to put our pride aside and say, you know what? I did mess up and I need to make it better. I cannot blame my past and my parents for everything. All over the world, we hear about children that were raped. They were children of raped mothers. There were children of prostitutes, mothers, abusive parents, and there were children and wars where they had to see their parents being blown up by bombs and stuff, and they still came out great. So yes, we get affected by things that happened to us in the past, but it's the past, right? They're gonna leave scars with us, but we can use those scars to make something beautiful for us, right? So my prayer is for parents and for children. Don't give up on each other. Even if your child is far away and they act like they don't want to have nothing to do with you and they blame you for everything and they're just having fun and they've been wild outside, still pray for them. Don't give up on them, because your prayers is the only thing they have to save them for what could happen to them. Those prayers that you pray during the night, during the day, is what protects them from falling too far down that nobody can lift them up. Those prayers is what is gonna save them one day. Those prayers. So don't stop praying for your children. Don't stop asking God to humble your children. Don't stop asking God to hold on to your children. Don't stop asking God to save your children. Because we might not have the power, but God does. God does. So continue to pray. Like I have a cousin, right? That years ago I heard like his mom, she was trying her best, and my cousin did listen, and my cousin got killed, right? My cousin got killed, and it broke my heart, because I'm like, we were at the same age. Right now he probably would have a family, a beautiful family with children, but his mom has to cry for him. You understand? But she prayed and she said, God, please. So it doesn't happen all the time. It doesn't happen, it's not always that we're going to be able to turn our kids away from bed before their hearts stop beating. Because sometimes they're just going to make that mistake that is like, no, they're going to pay with their lives, right? And it's sad, but it happens. But you always have peace knowing that you did your best. Because we are imperfect. Mothers, fathers, parents, we're imperfect. Some people say, you're a mother, you should know better. I'm a mother, I'm a perfect mother. I made so many mistakes trying to be a mother to my child that I would sit here and tell people will judge me. You are a horrible mother. But at the moment, to me, that was the best thing I was doing. That was the best words I thought I was saying, but at the same time, they weren't. So don't think parents are perfect, okay? Especially for those single mothers that at night, they are stressed out and frustrated. Their kids are going crazy. Their lives are going crazy, and they don't have any support. They have to work. They have to do everything on their own, and they still have their exes, husbands, or boyfriends, or whatever, not doing what they were supposed to do. And instead of helping the children, they make it worse. Those mothers sometimes, yes, they're gonna have some type of attitude because they don't have the support. All they have is their frustration. Like, I have been married since October, and just since being married, it helped me so much, because right now when I'm having a bad day with my child, I can talk to my husband before I deal with my child. So he has the power to tell me, baby, I know, but just let's go for a walk. Let's do this. Or at night when I'm just so frustrated and I feel like I can't take it anymore, I have somebody that I can just turn around to the other side in the bed and hold on to it, or they can hold on to me. So we cannot judge people, especially the ones that they are doing on their own, because we don't know how they are dealing with it and how they are doing to do whatever. So, and sometimes, a lot of children, they have the best parents, they're not gonna become and make the right choices. And people say, oh my God, but something is going on in the house. No. Sometimes when they have too good, they take for granted, right? If we have something that is just there, we don't appreciate it. We don't even notice, right? It's like when you have this beautiful flower, somebody bring you flower all the time. There's a time, sometimes you can take for granted. But for people that never get flowers, you get them flowers, they'll be like, oh my God, those flowers are for me. They're going to appreciate every piece, every part of that flower, because they like, wow, we don't get that all the time. So that is the same thing that happens in our families. Enjoy your family. if you are going wild right now, if you're a teenager, if you're a child, and right now you just hate your mommy, you hate your dad, because you feel like they're stopping you from, having sex, from drinking, from going out, from partying, just remember, those parents are praying for you. Those parents love you more than those parents that you see your friend. My friend is allowed to do this. Oh, my friend can have all the tattoos. My friend can be out all night. Oh, you think your friend is getting the best love. But when your friend is getting older and something happens to them and they gonna go nowhere, you're gonna sit there and be like, man, at least I have my parents. And the same thing you wish for, your friend that has a parent that don't care what they do is praying for a parent that tells them not to do. Because a lot of teenagers, they do bad things because they wanted somebody to tell them not to do. You see, that's why I appreciate your mom. I appreciate your dad. Especially when you're coming from a single parent home, those people, they do this job 5 times harder than the people have to do together. They don't have a way out. When you are being bad and you're giving them a headache, they don't have nobody to turn to but them. They have to cry themselves to sleep every night for the things that you are doing. So don't stop praying for your children. And children, be better and do better for your parents. Go get a degree, go to school, and whatever you do, do it for your own good, for you to be proud of yourself. Because when we are telling you, go to school, do this and do that, you think, we want you to be what we want you to be. But no, we want you to be awesome and amazing and successful for yourself, because we do not want you to struggle in life, because we want you to do better for yourself. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.